I'm Tracy Martirana from Holistic Wellness with Tracy, inviting you to spend some time with me at our cabin where I'm making this refreshing strawberry balsamic salad dressing and then using it to dress a delicious spinach salad. We move a little slower here, spending time on the porch with coffee or a book, looking out at all the green and listening to the birds. But let's go inside and make up the dressing so it has time to rest before we use it tonight for dinner. I'm a huge fan of homemade salad dressings. In fact, a couple years ago, I created a post with a formula I use to create an endless amount of dressings. I will link it here and also down in the description box. This dressing has all of the components of my typical dressing, but the ratio is a little different because I'm letting the strawberries be the star of the show. I try to use in-season produce as much as possible. In fact, when I filmed the video, strawberries were indeed available at my local farmer's market. However, if berries aren't in season when you want to make this dressing, you have a couple of options. You can use frozen berries, extra points if they are from the farm market berries that you then just froze and have kept in your freezer, or simply use the strawberries that are always available at your local grocery store. Just keep in mind, the riper and fresher the berries, the sweeter and better the dressing will be. I'm making this dressing in a food processor, but you could also use a magic bullet or a blender, or just mash the strawberries by hand. I'm putting the berries in the processor to puree them, scraping down the sides a couple of times. Then I'm adding a little maple syrup, balsamic vinegar, a pinch of salt, and normally I would use a little spoonful of yogurt. However, I didn't have any, so I just used a dollop of mayo instead. I'm really just looking for something that would add a little bit of creaminess. Sour cream would have worked great as well, but if you don't have any of those, you can skip the creamy component and it will still be delicious. Once everything is blended together, I drizzle in the olive oil. I used almost equal parts here. It was just a little bit shy of equal, a little less olive oil. And when I tasted it, I felt like I was still just a little too heavy-handed with the olive oil, so I added more vinegar. I'm transferring the dressing to a covered container and I will let that sit in the refrigerator for a couple of hours before I'm ready to put the salad together. In the meantime, one of my favorite activities at the cabin is to watch the birds and the deer. Today we are being entertained with these youngins causing a ruckus in the front yard. Aren't they cute? And then it's salad time. I'm starting with a bunch of baby spinach. I'm tossing that with a little bit of the strawberry balsamic dressing just to sort of coat the leaves lightly. And then I'm dividing that up between 2 dinner bowls. And then comes all the deliciousness. I'm adding chunks of cucumber, some snap peas, diced tomatoes. These are just tomatoes that I had left over in the fridge, some fresh sliced strawberries, and some fresh blueberries. And then I'm drizzling a little additional dressing over top of all of that, and then finishing it off with crumbles of feta and some fresh basil. I actually meant to add sunflower seeds, but I forgot them. This salad looks almost as good as it tastes. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day.